Hey everyone, my name's Preston, and I'm on a journey to play and rank every game of the year from 1985 to today. And where better to start than 1985's game of the year, Super Mario Bros. Largely due to this game being packaged with the Nintendo Entertainment System, this would be the introduction to gaming for millions of people. With innovative and challenging level design, intuitive controls, and an iconic score to tie it all together, it's easy to see why Super Mario is so well known and celebrated even today. Selling over 40 million copies, this game is widely credited as the Big Bang of home console gaming. But what is it about Super Mario that captured so many people? How did one game spark so much interest in an industry to drive consumers to come back for more gaming experiences? This is the Super Mario Bros. Experience. To start, let's go back to 1985. The internet wouldn't be publicly available for another 7 or 8 years. So how exactly were you supposed to know what this game was all about? Well, that's where the instruction booklet comes in. According to Nintendo, the object of the game is, quote, "One day, the kingdom of the peaceful mushroom people was invaded by the Koopa, a tribe of turtles famous for their black magic. The quiet, peace-loving mushroom people were turned into mere stones, bricks, and even field horsehair plants, and the mushroom kingdom fell into ruin. The only one who can undo the magic spell on the mushroom people and return them to their normal selves is the Princess Toadstool, the daughter of the Mushroom King. Unfortunately, she is presently in the hands of the great Koopa Turtle King. Mario, the hero of the story, maybe, hears about the mushroom people's plight and sets out on a quest to free the Mushroom Princess from the evil Koopa and restore the fallen kingdom of the mushroom people. You are Mario. It's up to you to save the mushroom people from the black magic of the Koopa." There's also some control tips here, as well as some gameplay hints. And that's the plot of Super Mario Bros. Alright, let's be honest. It's not like Super Mario Bros. Won Game of the Year for its plot or anything like that. I just think it's important to contextualize the whole experience, as I'm sure many people playing this game experienced it long after its release. Whether that was via emulator or the countless re-releases of the game, and already had some sort of idea about what Mario was all about from later titles. Now, let's talk about the gameplay. Starting Mario is such a pleasure. I mean, the first thing you even hear whenever you start the game is... How great is that? I mean, it sounds like an adventure. One of the first things I was reminded of playing through this game again was just how satisfying everything feels. Gathering a coin, jumping on a Goomba, clearing a level, it all just feels amazing. And in a game where only so many things can happen, it's important that each and everything feels unique and complete. Not to mention, the controls in this game are shockingly responsive and intuitive. The first level you play, known as level 1-1, is just an incredible first stage. It teaches you the rules of the game so effectively. You run, you jump, don't get hit, and don't fall in the pit, and make it to the end of the level. It's as simple as that. And honestly, this is what Nintendo does best. They take a seemingly simple gameplay loop and then build upon it in such a way that it feels novel and fresh every single time you do it. Completing level 1-1 brings you straight into level 1-2, where you're hit with an immediate shift in setting. You're thrown underground with possibly even more iconic music. This sudden shift in setting really brings home that feeling of adventure that's so quickly established by the bright colors and upbeat music of level 1-1. It immediately starts to build upon its seemingly simple gameplay loop of running and jumping by introducing new platforms that move up and down as you try to platform across them. And then you have level 1-3, which has you platforming across islands high in the sky, providing yet another change in scenery. It also starts to introduce another new challenge by having you platform across moving platforms that move horizontally over longer stretches of empty space. Finishing the level brings you to level 1-4, your first castle. The dark atmosphere and fast-paced dungeon music immediately set a tone of danger. The game jumps in difficulty here as well, with tighter jumps and these damn fire bars swinging around everywhere. At the end of the level, the world's favorite bad guy waits for you, Bowser. Bowser shoots fire at you, and you either need to go over him, under him, or through him and save the princess. Psych, that's just the first level. Toad waits for you to tell you, Thanks, but try the next one, completing World 1 and sending you on your way to World 2. And that's pretty much Mario. You go through 8 of these 4-stage worlds, each with a castle at the end, until eventually you save Princess Toadstool. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and walk you guys through every level in Super Mario, but let me just rapid fire some things for you guys that Nintendo does here to keep the gameplay fresh throughout. After this, you get paratroopas, underwater levels with squids and fish, bridge levels with rage-inducing flying fish and a pretty difficult bridge jump that I totally made every single time. No! God damn it! Oh! No, dude! Jesus! No! That same jump, dude, I swear to God. Oh! Oh! Got sniped! I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream, dude, these damn platforms. No! God! I swear, this fucking bridge. Fireballs, Hammer Bros, weighted platforms, Bowser air support, and bullet bills. It's also worth mentioning here that this game is littered with secret blocks and secret areas that are just a blast to discover and later memorized for future playthroughs. All of these ingredients come together in all sorts of ways to really push that simple gameplay to its limits. It's that simple run and jump rule set that makes this game so accessible to new players while still being super fun to play over and over again. It has that depth without being complex. I mean, it took me personally roughly 5 hours to beat this game casually on stream, and the world record beats it in less than 5 minutes. And in essence, I think that's exactly what you want from the game bundled with your at-home gaming console. A game that casually takes 5 hours to beat, but a master can beat in less than 5 minutes. And that's pretty much it. I know, it doesn't sound like a whole lot to warrant a Game of the Year award, but before we wrap up what makes the Mario experience so unique, I want to add a little more context as to why I think this game won Game of the Year at the time. Remember, Super Mario Bros. Came out in 1985. Sure, you had home consoles before that, like the Atari 2600, but they were making games literally so bad that there's something called the video game crash of 1983. Think about that for a second. The Atari was making games so dog shit that there's literally a thing called the video game crash of 1983 because people didn't want to buy games anymore. They would rather go to the arcade. And just 2 years later, in 1985, Super Mario would win back that trust on a fraction of the power of arcade cabinets at the time. Have you ever heard how the 1-up sound is just a sped up version of the level complete sound? Or maybe how the bushes are just recolors of the clouds. Or how about all those things I said earlier about atmosphere shifts between the levels that are really just palette changes? Well, those are all just clever ways of working around hardware limitations at the time. And it blew everyone's mind. It was this ingenuity that would spark the imaginations of millions and pave the way for millions of games to come. So to bring it home, while simple on the surface, Super Mario Bros. Solidified the side-scrolling platformer genre as a pillar of game design. It takes a seemingly basic concept and builds on itself in a way that's seamless and takes you on an adventure. With an iconic score supporting colorful visuals and fluid controls connecting you to the experience, Super Mario Bros. Is just one of those rare games that really is for everybody. It's a joy to play if you've never touched a controller and if you're an avid gamer. All that being said, I think it's only fitting that we give Super Mario Bros. A rating of S tier. Well everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to watch me experience these games live, you can head over to my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/theprestonexperience. And if you guys enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing to be a part of playing and rating every Game of the Year title.